Here are 20 easy and fun DIY gift ideas Welcome to Epic Mom Life. I am your host, Kara Peterson. This show is sponsored by The Possum's Tale, a unique book adventure for your 6 to 12-year-old child. Let's jump into today's show. The holidays are coming. Oh my heck! Are you the person in the neighborhood who likes to give a small gift to everyone and wish them a very, very merry? Making gifts with your kids for the neighbors is a creative and thoughtful way to foster community connections and spread joy. Here are 20 easy and fun DIY gift ideas that you can make with your kiddos to show some appreciation. From simple crafts to homemade treats, these gifts will surely brighten up your neighbor's day. Simple crafts. Sometimes we just need easy. Simple crafts are a fun way to spend some quality time with the kids without a lot of effort or skill needed. Jingle bell door ornament. Okay, I totally made this up. My husband's grandpa came to live near us, and he moved into an assisted living facility. And this was years ago. And I wanted him to make friends and spread some holiday cheer. So we made one of these for every single one of the residents there. They're very cheap, they're very inexpensive, and frankly, Gramps was losing a lot of his gross motor skills. So they're really easy. What you're gonna do is you're just gonna get glitter pipe cleaners, and you're gonna get long ones, and then you get medium-sized jingle bells. I just got 2. And you're going to twist the pipe cleaners loosely together to form a pattern. And I used, like, for example, silver and red. You can use whatever color you want. And then you thread the jingle bells on, and you connect the 2 ends. And then you just hang it on their doors. And it's really simple, really cheap, and really easy. And they loved it. Paper snowflakes. Okay, we adore paper snowflakes in our home. We have been making the snowflakes for many, many years. Every year we have them hang in our living room so that it snows in Arizona. And usually in northern Arizona it does snow, but just in case, we do have a white Christmas in our living room. I actually talk about this tradition and 9 other ones that are really important in our family in the 10 family traditions to create deeper connections. And I'll have that in the link, so be sure to download that. It's really awesome. If your child is older, have them fold their paper into, all those little triangles and then cut along the folded edge. And they can create unique patterns and all kinds of fun stuff. If your child is younger, and this is what I did, I created, I think, 5 different style and size snowflakes. And then I just had them color and decorate with glue glitter or glitter and all kinds of things. But you want both sides if they're hanging up in your home so that when they twist that you can see them. Popsicle stick snowmen. These are so cute. And what I loved about these is they're easy, they're inexpensive, and you can make them your own, right? What kind of googly eyes do you like? What kind of colors? What kind of little puff balls do you use? Whatever. So that the kiddos, if they're really young, they can attach it to a bigger gift, and that can be their gift from them to other members in the family. So these are really versatile. But you just glue the popsicle sticks together to form the head and the body of the snowman, and then you wait for the glue to dry, and you paint the snowman, probably white, and you add 2 small circles for eyes, and you add a triangle for nose. Oh my heck, circles and triangles, we have an impromptu geometry lesson. I know the teacher in me is always thinking. Ornaments. Oh, nothing screams Christmas like ornaments. I love Christmas ornaments. There are so many different kinds of Christmas ornaments that you can make with the kids, and you can get lost on Pinterest if you'd like. But I picked some of my favorites. We're going to start with the fillable ornaments just because these can be the easiest. But if you have say you have a 16-year-old, but you also have a 5-year-old, these can be just as entertaining for both of those age groups. Because you can do paint inside and you can swirl it and you can make all kinds of really great decorations with it. And, oh, you're going to go to your hobby store and you're just going to get the plastic fillable ornaments. As easy as that. But you can drip the paint in. You can make all kinds of fun and creative patterns. The ornaments can also be filled with basically anything. And dried flowers, buttons, candy, fake snow, rubber bands, ribbons, all kinds of things. And you can create scenes in there. You can do half and half. Like you could spray like white, you could do white paint for like snow in the background, and then you could do a scene in front. All kinds of things. Button snowflake. My son made me a button with actually ribbon on it when he was probably in 6th grade, or when he was 6 years old. No, he was younger. He's in pre-K. And I still have that I put on my refrigerator every single year. So here's my question. Do people still even collect buttons, or is that just really an old-fashioned thing to do? I actually do still collect buttons. I have a little like Grey Poupon Dijon jar that I put them in. And I collect them because if they come off of my shirts or whatever, I want to have the same button to put on them. However, I never go into them for any kind of crafts or anything. So for this craft, I would scooch on over to the local fabric store, or I would scour secondhand stores for some really nifty, fun, and unique buttons. You will need popsicle sticks, buttons, and glue. So you're going to glue the popsicle sticks into a snowflake or multi-pronged star. So you're just going to, you know, like, I don't know if that's 3 of them together. And then, so they have one central axis point. And then you're going to glue the popsicle sticks, or the buttons, onto the popsicle sticks. And they can paint under them or color under them. Or, like I said, my son actually had ribbon under them. And then he had the buttons on top of the ribbon. And that was fun. Salt dough ornaments. When you say DIY Christmas ornaments, almost everybody immediately goes to salt dough ornaments. There are, again, just like the fillable ornaments, a bunch of different ones that you can do here because there's so many different recipes. So I encourage you to find your favorite recipe. So what I love about the salt dough ornaments is you can make an ornament that is geared towards each neighbor. Like I had a neighbor, his name was Kurt. He lived across the street from me for years and years and years. And he would go to Big Bear every year, and he would surf at the same time he would ski. And so I could have made him a surfboard or a set of skis in salt dough ornaments, right? Because that would be very uniquely him, but it would also be a fun ornament to make. And so you can go through all of your neighbors and you can think about what is unique for each neighbor and what would be special for them. And that's really easy to do on an individual basis with the salt dough ornaments. I actually still have some Charlie Brown themed ones that I did when I was like 7 years old with my mom. Yummy gifts. So this is a tricky category because it seems like every single person is on some kind of special or restricted diet. However, food gifts for the neighbors are probably the most traditional gift to give. Cookie plates, right? So I'm going to talk about them. Plus, I love food. So I've got some pretty good ideas. A home-cooked meal. This is a big deal. This is a huge project. And cooking a meal for your neighbor is an incredibly thoughtful gesture that your neighbor will really appreciate during the holidays and if they're alone and that kind of thing. If you're cooking individual meals for several neighbors, it can get very costly. However, it does allow you to tailor the meal towards the individual dietary restrictions that your neighbors may have. Your kids will love helping in this process. They'll love taking this big meal over to their neighbors, and it teaches them to go the extra mile and think of others during the holiday season. The cookie plate. Okay, the cookie plate is what you always think of when you think of giving to the neighbors. I adore the cookie plate. I adore everything around the cookie plate. Like, have you heard of a cookie exchange? So what you do is you get together with friends and everybody brings a certain amount of cookies, and then you all share so that you can each make up, like, say, 5 cookie plates with all these different kinds of cookies, and you just bring, say, 5 dozen of one kind of cookie. Super fun. Do you remember Forrest Gump's Life is Like a Box of Chocolates? I kind of think that the cookie plate applies to this because there's so many different kinds and you try all of the ones in search of which one is best. Guard of so many people not eating sugar or flour. In the end, kids love making cookies. Chex Mix. Some of my fondest snacking memories include Chex Mix. When gluten-free became a really hot topic, this popular mix was made with just the cereal, the nuts, and the seasoning, and it was still just as scrumptiously delicious. Of all the holiday treats given to the neighbors, this one is probably the most budget-friendly and multi-diet conscious. It can be gluten and sugar-free. Mason jar gifts. There are a ton of different ways to give a sweet or a gift in a mason jar. If this idea interests you, seriously, Google it or Pinterest it. You can find a fun mix like hot chocolate, soup, cookies, snack mix, brownies. You can even find dog treats. And you fill the mason jar. If the ingredients lend themselves to it, you can layer them artistically. I have seen amazing like lentil or split pea soups or cookies that they just look beautiful in their mason jars. And then you just attach it with a really cute label and with preparation instructions. Gifts. The holidays can be stressful. Give the gift of tranquility and peace, and it is always welcome. Here are some gifts that give your neighbors that feeling of spa. Bath salts. Help relieve some tension. Make a soothing bath salt. Your kids can choose calming scents from essential oils to mix with some Epsom salt. Sugar scrubs. Winter often brings dry, chapped skin. Give the gift of healthy, glowing skin with a sugar scrub. Combine granulated sugar with coconut oil and essential oils and make a gently exfoliating scrub. Aromatherapy rice bags. At the end of the day, your neighbors can put their feet up and they put an aromatherapy rice bag on their shoulders or their neck. And all you do is you fill the fabric bag with rice and again, a few essential oils. And then you heat the bag in the microwave for a scented, soothing, herbal sachets. Again, you're going to fill a small bag or several with dried herbs like lavender, chamomile, rose petals, that kind of thing. And then those can be used to give clothes a fresh smell when you put it in your drawers. You can also actually layer it in your closet where all the towels and the sheets go, and you can layer those herbal sachets in those. Made with love. Okay, these are the gifts that I just didn't know where to put them somewhere else because a lot of them are crafts, but they're not simple crafts. And a lot of them just don't fit anywhere else. So these are all DIY and they're budget friendly. Handmade greeting cards. Simply tell the neighbors to have a really fabulous holiday season, but do it with a beautifully crafted card made by you and the kids. Your kids can create colorful messages. Encourage them to draw pictures or write kind messages that will bring smiles to your neighbors' faces. Hand-painted rocks. I love kindness rocks and I love painted rocks. So you're going to find smooth rocks to paint and you're going to paint them with colorful designs and or positive messages. You, if you're super artistic, could even paint a Santa or holly or snowflakes or other seasonal images. Curious about what you need for rocks? I will have a link that will show you all that you need to do for your painted rocks. Customized coaster. I love useful gifts. Purchase plain wooden or cork coasters. Your children then can decorate them with paint or markers. Add a protective coating to make them durable. Personalized magnets. Create fridge magnets by cutting out pictures or drawing them. You laminate them and then you add a magnet to the back. Another idea is you find those really heavy duty clips. Who doesn't need another clip? Because you're always clipping things onto your refrigerator. And then you put you can put something on the front of that clip that you can decorate. Again, really useful gift. Homemade Play-Doh. This is for that neighbor that has kids. Who doesn't love to play in the Play-Doh and get it in the squishy with their fingers and all kinds of stuff? And a lot of people are getting into sensory play. Oh yeah, any kind of Play-Doh is totally a sensory play kind of thing. There are a lot of recipes online for Play-Doh, from the good old-fashioned salt dough to really fun kinds of slime. So make a very large, colorful batch and package them into smaller containers and give them to all the neighbors with kids. You can include a few cookie cutters on top, and you can even include cookie cutters that are personalized or seasonal or whatever, and it just makes it lots of fun. Origami creations. I love this one, and you don't find this one on other posts about what to give during the holidays. I believe this is one of the most special and perfect gifts you can make. Many origami designs that it accommodates almost every age and every skill level. Secondly, you can make it very personal by choosing a shape, an animal, a symbol, flower, whatever that represents the neighbor that you are choosing to make it for. And then have a nice one of those handmade cards, and you can collaborate 2 different kinds of gifts and tell them why you chose that origami shape for them. Finally, these can be hung for year-round decoration, put on the tree as an ornament, placed in the windowsill. There are just so many ways to enjoy these. But best of all, to you as the parent, these are incredibly cheap. This is like the best budget-friendly item on the entire list. Encourage the children to get into the holiday spirit and make some lovely gifts for the neighbors. This can be a rewarding experience for your children and a great connection type activity for the family. It is also a great hands-on learning lesson of gratitude for our children. We're always looking for those gratitude lessons. This is a great one, and it's all fun. Any gesture of or token of remembrance can go a long way in showing appreciation for neighbors and brightening the holidays. The movie quote this week: "It is not the things we get, but the hearts we touch that will measure our success in life." Mr. Charlie Brown. If you are hearing this message, you've listened to the entire episode, and for that, I want to send you a huge thank you. Please leave me a comment or review and share with other moms you know. Get in touch in the comments or on Kara's social media networks. See you next week for a new episode.